Hi everyone, and welcome to your Niagara News headlines for Tuesday, August the 28th, provided by Bullet News Niagara. I'm Manny Sylvester. Let's check in with your local weather to start things off. Tonight, clear skies, a low of 12. Wednesday, sunshine, a high of 23. Thursday, the same, lots of sun, a low of 15, a high of 28. And for Friday, still more sunshine, a low of 18, a high of 32. And now to some of your top local headlines. Canadians are still heading across the border into the States to take advantage of a strong loonie, but for the first time in a long time, there are signs that the Americans are coming back to Niagara and Ontario in increasing numbers. According to the latest stats from Ontario's Ministry of Tourism, visitation to Ontario from the States was up 6.6% in May compared to the same month last year. Meanwhile, the number of Ontario residents traveling to the U.S. decreased a modest 1% in May compared to May 2011. However, year-to-date travel to the States from Ontario is up 7.4%. The Niagara Parks Commission has sworn in 3 new board members, Louis G. and Ian Nielsen-Jones of Niagara-on-the-Lake and James Dettenbeck of Niagara Falls. Dettenbeck is chairman of Niagara Power Inc. and he serves on the board of Grimsby Power and Grimsby Energy. He worked for the City of Guelph from 1983 to 2011. Nielsen-Jones is currently senior competition expert with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The commission board had been dominated by provincial bureaucrats since Ontario Tourism Minister Michael Chan cleaned house in December of 2010. There's a feeling that the commission, which has about 300 employees, is emerging from the scandals which plagued it for several years, although we're still waiting for results from an independent forensic audit and an OPP investigation which should be out by summer's end. Niagara Regional Police are continuing their crackdown on unsafe trailers. On Sunday, officers stopped about 30 vehicles pulling a variety of utility and camping trailers during a safety blitz in St. Catharines and Lincoln. These types of trailers can pose a serious risk to road safety if they're poorly maintained or improperly loaded or secured. In total, 17 charges were laid under the Highway Traffic Act for what police describe as major defects. The Fonthill Kame is a 75-meter tall landmark that was formed by retreating glaciers 13,000 years ago. The Kame is the highest point in the Niagara region and the headwaters of the 12-mile creek. It is microclimatic and has soil conditions that create an ideal environment for fruit production. It's also been designated as an area of natural and scientific interest, or ANSI, since 1983, which restricts development for reasons of heritage, science, or education. Now, this may change because in 2009, the Ministry of Natural Resources recommended making changes to the ANSI, significantly reducing its coverage to representative samples. This has caused much controversy and it's still under review, but people need to get involved by contacting the Ministry of Natural Resources directly themselves. Please go to the full story in the His Honor column on bulletnewsniagara.ca for more details. Okay, let's take a break here. More news in a moment. Welcome back. It was a Niagara yoga event in Montebello Park this weekend, all for a great cause. Let's take a look. I'm here in Montebello Park for the 7th annual Niagara Yoga event. Now, yoga is known for being good for your mind, body, and soul, but also today it's good for raising money for a great cause.
The event started with a desire to give back to our community. We serve people and guide people through the teachings of yoga, and we wanted to extend it out further to those in need in our community. So every year, this is our 7th year, every year we choose a local charity, and it was actually the first year we were approached by Bethlehem Housing and Support Services, so we were thrilled to host the event on their behalf. And Bethlehem Housing and Support Services, they are a multi-service organization, and they have transformational and permanent housing. In the early days coming up to the event, prior to the event, we go to local yoga studios and we hand out pledge forms, and people can get pledges prior to the event, or they come and donate.
So we do 108 sun salutations. Sun salutation is a sequence of poses tied together through your breath. So we'll flow 108 times. We'll do 54, and then we'll take a little break, and then do the second 54, accompanied by live music. We both practice a few different styles and kind of fuse them together.
Our dear friend Brian Wall, who's a local musician, has kind of been on this journey with us, and it wouldn't be the same without him, because he provides the live music while we flow through our sun salutations. And as you can see, well, he has violin, sitar, drums, harmonium, guitar, and he plays each of them and creates just an ambient sound and presence for us for the day. The yoga community is definitely growing and expanding in all different aspects and avenues. There's been a lot more yoga studios popping up.
If you are physical in your daily life, like going to the gym or playing a sport, any form of athletics, it's a wonderful cross-training tool to use, and it also incorporates and integrates your breath. So it fills you up with even more oxygen to facilitate healing.
The beauty of it is that it's flexible in the way there's so many different styles, from restorative yoga to Ashtanga yoga, depending on individual needs. The foundation of it is to really set you up for a meditation practice, to be able to
find stillness in the chaos.
And that wraps up the newscast. I'm Annie Sylvester for Bullet News Niagara. From everyone here, good night.